Welcome to the Midwest. My name is Jesse, and I am walking in this beautiful frozen land next to my favorite river, the Wabash River. Take a look at that. Pretty nice, isn't it? So today I want to answer a question that I've had. I've had a lot of questions kind of around this topic, and so I just want to give a basic overall answer to it. A lot of people ask about, especially I had one specific question recently. At what time does the cold exposure become easy? When is it that I will stop feeling cold in the cold? And I think, I know I had this kind of a question earlier on in my practice as well. I figured, okay, if I do this breathing technique, I will no longer feel the sensation of being cold. And I think a lot of people see me out here. There's onlookers, and I hate it whenever I get here and there's people already here. But there's a lot of times people will look at you and say, well, don't you feel cold? Well, yeah, I feel cold. I don't feel cold in my core, but I do feel the sensation of being cold. A lot of times people wonder, okay, so when will it cease to feel cold? I'm sorry, it will never cease to feel cold. You will always feel the cold. However, how long will you actually be submitted by the cold early? Or how long until you can actually withstand the cold? Well, that takes time. That takes time, and it takes regular practice. The breathing technique can help. If you go to a workshop, you'll probably learn how to do brown fat activation. And that's going to help a lot too. Brown fat activation is this crazy thing we're able to do. We can do it voluntarily. Right now, my brown fat is activating because I'm in the cold. But you can also do it voluntarily. If you follow me on Instagram, I think I've posted a few times where I do the brown fat activation technique. At the end of the day, cold training by itself, and in the context of Wim Hof method, you will still need to gradually acclimate to the cold. Start with something that is somewhat manageable, and then work your way up and challenge yourself. The breathing technique, if you do it right before you get in the cold, one thing I will say for sure is that you're going to be calmed down. I would say 80% of cold exposure, 80% of the challenge of cold exposure is fear. 20% is the fact that, yeah, my body right now is being challenged by the cold. But 80% of it is overcoming fear of this natural deadly force. It is a deadly force. If I were to stay out here for an hour or two, I would really start to regret that. Right now, it's about 19 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 7 degrees Celsius, and the wind is blowing. So there's a lot of I'm sure. Oh yeah, it's blowing. It is blowing. I mean, I feel it, but I'm not fazed by it like I would be if I hadn't trained. So if you're early on in your journey, remember that it is going to take some training. It's going to take some time. Be patient. The Wim Hof method is a beautiful, wonderful thing, but it's not magic. Okay, just because you're doing a breathing technique does not make you. It's not like it's. And again, I always come back to the clickbait. We're not selling clickbait. This is not one simple trick, and then you don't feel cold anymore. You feel the cold. Like I can feel the fact that it's cold. But I'm not like dying. Oh my God, it's so cold, because I'm used to it. I've trained, I've become acclimated. And the whole point of this is adaptation. With these adaptations, and again, if you want to learn a little bit more about hormesis, that's the process where we stress ourselves just enough so that we can adapt and become stronger. Overall, just give yourself time. Just give yourself time. Definitely do the breathing. Yeah, go to a workshop, learn the brown fat activation technique, or they have the online classes as well. But just know that it will take patience, and it's not going to be overnight. So if you're starting, a lot of people start Wim Hof method in the winter time. Just know that you're gonna probably not be perfectly suited to go out into the snow and to the cold like I'm doing right now. Especially not on these super cold days we've had this year. So Give yourself time, be patient. It will come, it will happen. Just be patient. Just be patient. Wim didn't start, and then, you know, the first day he tried, he set the world record for longest ice bath. It takes time. Guys, I hope that helps. Yes, the breathing technique will help you overcome the cold, but you're still going to have to do really a lot of adaptation on your own. Guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Take a look at my my blog post about this topic in the description box, and don't forget to go out there and be nice to people. Oh yeah. Okay. Pretty sweet snow angel.